If you're struggling with volumes, I'm about to show you some fun things that will probably help you, especially if you're a beginner climber. First thing, of course, the most important thing is, where do you want to step on a volume? You want your target zone for a volume to be as far away from the wall as possible. On this volume here, the triangle, I would aim for the very tip of this volume, as close to the edge as you can. Normally, I'll imagine on a triangle, a mini triangle, that's my sweet spot. So I want my foot to be in this zone right here instead of this zone, just because it's closer to the wall. So it's gonna make it a lot more uncomfortable. If I was to stand up into this volume, in the sweet spot, it feels very comfortable. I have a lot of mobility. I could like swing out. I could get ready to jump. I don't have to worry really about anything happening here. I have a lot of range with my knees. I could twist my feet. Now, sweet spot's nice. If you were to go past that sweet spot, the closer to the wall you get, the worse it's gonna feel. So to show this, I'm gonna step out of the sweet spot. I'm gonna move my way up. This doesn't feel too bad. This starts to hurt, doesn't feel great. And this, really close to the wall, awful, doesn't feel great. But this, like, my knees are hitting the wall. I don't have a lot of mobility. I can't really twist my hips. I can't really wind up to jump. My toes hurt. So because of that, try to stick to the farthest points from the wall on the volume. So another example of this would be this volume here. You could see that it's actually shown by going to this red hold. This is where you would want to step, which makes sense because that is in the target triangle. That's the furthest point from the wall. The second thing I'm going to show you is how to stand on a volume. It's not just about where you step, it's about how you step. So you want your foot to have surface area. You want as much as your shoe to have surface area as possible. But since you're going to be aiming for this section here, you're most likely only going to get the very top of your foot. You're not going to get much of the heel, if any, and you won't really get the arch. So anything before the arch will work. But you want to get as much surface area as possible. So you want, instead of stepping into a hold or into a volume like this where your toe is like really pushing into it, you want to lay your heels into it. Eat up that surface area. It's a lot harder to move now. So if I'm on my toe, I could start to really pull and my foot pops off. But if I do that same thing, but angle my heel down, I'm actually pulling my other foot into the volume because of the fact that it has a lot more power. So to show this, I'm going to stand one foot really close to the wall, as little pressure as possible on anything but my toe, and I'm popping. I feel myself slipping. So that's not great, right? But the second I drop into that, it feels much better. I'm like able to like really chill out in this position. If you're trying to stand on more volumes, try that, it'll help.